Welcome back to my channel everyone, and today I'll be editing your photos part 2. I have 3 submissions for you. The 3 photos are really amazing. Before we jump right into the photos, I'm not promising you I'm making your photos better. These are my edits and most of you might not like it. But this is my editing workflow and I will show you how I do it. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the first photo. First photo is by Ashwin Jayachandran. An amazing portrait. I really love the portrait. And there's not much to do with this portrait. All I did was just increase the contrast and enhance the light in the subject so that she's in more depth with the background. So in this photo I noticed that the subject was lit up using an yellow light and which damaged the skin tones. So I tried my best to bring back her skin tones using Lightroom. The lens calibration tool in Lightroom really helps in bringing back skin tones. And for me, this skin tone was really beautiful. I don't know if it's her real skin tone, but it suits her the best. I cropped the photo, centered the subject. Using a brush tool, I gave more light to her limbs. Using a linear gradient tool, I darkened the left and right of the subject. And that's all for my Lightroom processing. I'm bringing it into Photoshop. First of all, I cleaned her face and I enhanced the light in her eyes so that it stands out more. And it was really like bright eyes because a lot of lights are reflecting from the eye, and I really like that photo. And then I did my retouching stuff. The color of the subject dress was not really in contrast with the background, so I changed the color a bit to more to the yellow shade. I'm planning to do a tutorial on how to color subjects and find the most apt color for the background. That's all I did for this photo. The top right corner of this photo was empty, so I added a few bulbs to the photo, like the ones in the left. And it turned out pretty good, so I kept it there. And that's all what I did just to the photo. Here's the before and after. Okay, that was a really great portrait, and I really love the photograph and I really love the model. And let's jump right into the next photo. Next photo is by Agnes. She's a friend of mine. She's a great model. The pose for this photo was okay, but the camera angle didn't suit the pose that much. It felt kind of weird. I might change into landscape later. It was an easy photo to edit. I really didn't do much to this photo. I retouched the face. I darkened the background. Changed the colors to pink and teal. That's all I did. And changed the photo in landscape, which made the photo really good. And it felt like an ad for like Fast Track or something like that. It felt like an ad. Before we jump right into the next photo, I just want to tell you a tip. Listen to music while you edit your photos. Like listen to music according to the photo. For the other photo by Ashwin, listen to old Hindi music. Listen to old Hindi music. It will suit the photo much better. And for photos like these, what I listened to was the soundtrack of the movie Tron Legacy. And it really helped in changing the mood of the photo, changing the vibe of the photo. And with that said, let's get into the next photo. Next photo is by the same person, Agnes, and it's kind of same the photo. In this photo, I tried to change the colors a little bit. I always do pink and teal, so here I'm gonna do something else. And I just want to tell you that the pose of the model is really great, but the camera angle doesn't suit the pose. Like something's really distracting. I think the lens was kind of wrong. If they used a close-up lens, it would be nice. And there's a lot of headspace in this photo. And the chair in the background distracted a lot. But it's good it's a nice photo. It's a nice photo. It's not a bad photo. It's a nice photo. It just needs some editing. That's all. So I changed the colors a little bit. And disclaimer, there's a lot of changes that's going to happen to this photo, and it's a disclaimer. I'm not promising I make this photo better, but this is how I edit. I cropped the photos and made headspace right, and increase the contrast and darken the background of the subject using a brush tool. And using the HSL scale, I changed the color of teal into violet or purple, I don't know. And I changed the photos into landscape. It felt right, like the crop felt right. And finally I went to Photoshop and I didn't do much. I just retouched the face and sharpened the edges of the subject using a brush tool. Because there was a lot of changes in the Lightroom, the subject had lost a lot of color in her face. So using a color layer, I added the same color using a brush tool. In this photo, the eyes of the subject was really dark and it was not standing out from the rest of the subject. So I planned to do this. I drew a little line on the eye of the subject, and while I zoomed out, it felt like the eye was reflecting some other light, and the eye popped instantly. That's all I did with this photograph, and let me show you the before and after. It's the before and after. I really like the photo, and I know I did a little bit too much, but this photo feels like an album art cover, right? That Agnes is a singer and she broke out a really good album, and this might be her album art. Let me show you the photo again so you can try to imagine this photo like an album art, okay? With a little bit sign in the bottom. Understand? Thank you for watching. Hope you like this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. All the submissions were really nice and I really loved editing all of them. And if you want your photos to be edited in this channel, please send your photos to this email ID. With all that said, thanks for watching, and don't forget my tip: listen to music while you edit your photos. Listen to music according to your photos. It will really help you getting into a vibe which will make your photos better. And see you in the next video, I guess. Thank you.